let's remind you guys who's playing in this game.
And the Vienna Vikings, ELF champions 2022. The Rhein Fire, victorious and unbeaten in ELF season 2023.
Well, here we go. It's about time we make our picks for this game. I want you guys to give me who you think is going to win. I want you guys to give me a score, and I want you guys to give me who your MVP is going to be. So, with that being said, since we started the show going with Alex Malchow, Matt Bresington, you're on the clock, my friend. Who you got winning this game?
All right. I'm going to go Rhein Fire win. I went over 66.5, so I'm going to go for 45-32. And MVP is going to be Glenn. He's going to sweep the seasonal awards, I think. He's just too dominant, unstoppable this year. Ryan have got the possible 2 MVPs in the backfield. I think the repeat, we see the start of a potential dynasty.
So the Rhein Fire are the champions, according to Matt Bresington. Alex Malchow, you're up, my friend.
You know, in preparation for this game, I spent a lot of time watching film. I'm not talking about game film. I'm talking about a classic movie called The Matrix. And there's a scene where Morpheus chose the blue pill and the red pill. Do you want to go back to Wonderland, or do you want to see the rabbit hole reality? The reality is the Rhein Fire's run is over. The Vikings are going to win 34-28. With Ben VP hoisting the trophy as MVP.
MVP hosting the trophy as MVP. You know what? Kind of knew we were heading in this direction, so I knew I had to be the tiebreaker here. I would say this, looking at these two teams, the matchup is great. When we just broke it down, we talked about this. You could go in so many different ways. For me, when I look at the Vienna Vikings, and you look at Torre, Kimmy, Apostle Jordan Bua, Florian Bierbaumer, Reese Horn, Kari in the backfield, and then their defense has made me skeptical sometimes because they always start off strong, and usually in the second half they usually start giving up points. And on Rhein Fire, ever since that loss against Madrid, they've been on a tear since. Similar to year one Frankfurt Galaxy when they lost to Hamburg Sea Devils week 1 and they went out and won the championship. Is it possible we see another run? Right, Glenn giving the best ball he's had. Jadrian on the field. There's a lot of former Hamburg Sea Devils on the Rhein Fire. now that I'm talking about it, it'll be great to see the Sea Devils back at some point. Anyway, for me, I think I'm rocking with the Vienna Vikings. I think the ELF leads in year 4. I think when I just look at the weapons, how do you defend that offense? All right, I think offensive coordinator Max Summer has the opportunity to put a couple guys in conflict. Benda really doesn't even have to attack downfield. Even if you attack the corners, or you could attack the crossing house of the linebackers, there's a mismatch at some point, and I think Ben finds it. I think the Vikings win it. I'm going with Reese Horn as the MVP for this game, and the Vienna Vikings are the first 2-time ELF champion.
We need a score.
So, score of this game, I'm gonna go with 34-28. Vienna.
Great pick, Jamal. Great pick.
34-28 Vienna. So
You wanted the red pill.
So thank you all for tuning in. It's been a great episode on the First Down Magazine podcast in collaboration with Athletes Forum Podcast. Real quick, because I said we were going to talk about it real quick, but before we head out and we head into the offseason, I want you guys to give me a team or one thing you want to see heading into the offseason. And since I'll give you guys an idea, I'll start it off first. I would love to see, obviously, Helvetic. I'm rooting for them. But I would love to see the Hamburg get back to being one of the top teams in the league. I think them being as one of the original OGs, to see them fall off the way they did doesn't really sit well. And Helvetic's never had success, so I can't really say that. Hopefully they do this all season. I'd like to see Hamburg at least get back to where they were. And then my message for people in the offseason is don't overthink it. Some of your top performers this year were guys who played in the league and have had success. Reese Horn, Torian Robinson, Malik Stanley. Don't overthink it. Get the guys that perform well. So that'll be my advice heading into the offseason. Let's go with Alex. What you got next?
I'm just going to say it. I think I said this last year again. Give me a London ELF team. That's what we want.
Oh!
I don't know if I'm going to get it, but that's what I'm pleading for.
I mean, I want a more competitive East. I want the Panthers and Thunder. We had high hopes for both of those teams. Panthers especially. Yeah. They kind of let us down. Like in my preseason, I know preseason power rankings are a rough one, but I have Vienna like 7, but we're not going to talk about that. And then the Panthers were really high up. We expect them to be really good. Obviously, they had other quarterback issues. That's what I mainly want. We've not ever really had a Panthers team. They've just had one quarterback starting the whole team. They've always changed their quarterbacks. Even last year with Matty Ice, they had someone else in, and then they cut them like a week before the year and had Matty Ice bring in. So, yeah, that's what I want from them. I think if I had to give words of advice, it'd be homegrowns, man. It's all in the homegrowns. These teams are like, oh, we need to get the best available receiver because he played, or look at Barcelona with Diva Lewis. He played at Louisville. He had an NFL practice squad trial. He was kind of mid because you didn't give him any homegrowns around him, and Barcelona had their own issues, but like homegrowns are a big part of it, and I think that could be transferable to most of the. I mean, look at Czech Republic; they've got an AFL champion. Yet that team is 1-11. That's why I like to see them two maybe come together as well. So I gotta lie, a lot of high hopes for 2025.
Most definitely, it's gonna be exciting. I'm sure we'll be back and talking about signings, and we've already seen some with some organizations and coaches being resigned. Raiders coach, he's back for 2 more years supposedly. We know how that goes, so we'll see. But thank you all for tuning in. I will have a quick reaction of the ELF championship game with a special guest. Will not give his name, but tune in. We're gonna talk about the game, break it down, and I'm excited to see how everything pans out. This is the last episode for the Insiders. We should have did more, but that was probably my fault. Last episode for the Insiders this season. And, yeah, we're going into the offseason after this game. Everybody tune in, subscribe. Thank you all. And until next time.